Welcome into our designer crawl space. Nice place to hang out on a hot day, that's for sure. I'm thinking about bringing a couple chairs down here and sitting here having a nice cool beverage. Hey, I'm Richard. This is my home. Welcome in. Well, I recently retired, and my wife and I both wanted to find a perfect home that we both loved and consider our forever home. This was the first home that we came across that checked every box for both of us. And that's not easy to do, but there was one issue, a major issue that was pointed out on our home inspection, and that was the crawl space. The biggest issue with the crawl space was water intrusion. And there was standing water under the house, and it was all muddy, indicating that it was just constantly staying wet. There was also indication of the beginning of mold growth. Well, my wife and I, when we found out the issues with the crawl space, we were both upset because it could possibly make or break the deal of purchasing the home. We knew that there was a lot of potential damage and cost involved in correcting that issue. Mandy, our real estate agent, she was extremely helpful every step of the way. And when we had the home inspection done, discovered the issues with the crawl space, Mandy recommended 58 foundations and waterproofing, and that was a great recommendation.
Hey Mark, we have a crawl space that we need you to look at.
Mark was very professional and very personable. He inspected the crawl space and he could see that, oh yes, this needs some work, it needs it right away. So what he wanted to do was put it on as a priority on his schedule. A few weeks after I had spoken with Mark, they were actually here doing the work. 58 Foundations and Waterproofing crew, a great bunch of guys. They first showed up, they introduced themselves, they explained what they were going to be doing. They wanted to know if I had any questions or concerns. And when those guys were done, it looked it looked like they laid out the red carpet treatment, except it was white. And it was just absolutely beautiful. You look in there and it's just shining and sparkling and very clean and comfortable. Let's go take a look at the crawl space now. Welcome into our designer crawl space. We had quite a few things done besides just encapsulation. As I mentioned before, there was quite an issue with water coming under the house and staying under the house. So they put in a complete drainage system all around the outer perimeter, and they put in 2 sump pumps, and they've dug channels all the way around to each sump pump, and they filled the channels with rock. There's a lot of work underneath this white covering. One thing I wanted to point out was the lighting that's in here, and you can see that it illuminates the entire crawl space. Originally, the crawl space has just one light by the door and a switch to turn it on and off, and so the rest of this would be dark, you'd barely be able to see. And having the lighting throughout the crawl space really makes it nice if I want to come down here and inspect something. The encapsulated crawl space has given us peace of mind because when we first moved in, we knew there was some really bad issues in there, and it's like in the back of your mind, you're just worried. What's going on down there? What's going to happen? What's going to result from that? And it was troubling. And after we've had the crawl space completely encapsulated and waterproofed, it's like, I don't even have to think about it now. It's just, the house is complete. I don't have this bad space underneath that we have to worry about. It's very comforting, it is. In my mind, what elevated 58 Foundations and Waterproofing above other companies is the fact that they've been in business for many years. They have an excellent reputation. They came recommended by our real estate agent, who we've highly trusted. They give you great value for your investment.